I hope you're well. Thank you very much for clicking this video. I hope you have fun with this deck list. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump into the combos. So now we're going to look at the Sage with Eyes of Blue effect. This will be the normal combo line, the same as Maiden. And here we assume we have no disruptions, like no Nibiru, no nothing. Let's see how it goes. We normal summon Sage, get Maiden to the hand, Maiden activates to give us True Light, and True Light activates to give us Wishes. Wishes activates, discarding a card and giving us Master with Eyes of Blue and Ultimate Fusion. We're going to link summon Spirit with Eyes of Blue using the Sage, and Spirit with Eyes of Blue will give us Mausoleum of White. Mausoleum of White will activate and will send the Blue-Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard. Spirit with Eyes of Blue will tribute itself to summon a Blue-Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard. And at this point we will not activate the trigger effect of Maiden in the graveyard, but we will use Wishes effect to equip Blue-Eyes White Dragon with Blue-Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Second normal summon Master. Master with Eyes of Blue will give us Sage to the hand from the graveyard, and we're going to simple summon into Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon. Here is the fifth summon. In the next two combos you will see it's very relevant that our opponent can either Nibiru here or here when we summon Ancient Fairy Dragon with Spirit's effect, or after we use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect. Anyway, after that we're going to summon Magia in this main combo line, so they only have these three opportunities to use Nibiru, either when we have Spirit, either when we have Ancient Fairy Dragon before using its effect, or after using its effect. So here we're going to use Ancient Fairy Dragon, destroy Mausoleum, get Gateway to Chaos, activate Gateway to Chaos, which will give us Blackluster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman, and immediately we activate Ultimate Fusion to go into Magia. We will use the Blue-Eyes Ultimate and the Swordsman to summon Magia, and from here on we do not worry about Nibiru because Magia can just negate it. Mausoleum from the graveyard can give us a Burst Stream of Destruction to the hand, and Master with Eyes of Blue can activate from the graveyard, targeting the Ancient Fairy Dragon to send it to the graveyard and actually special summon a Blue-Eyes White Dragon. Here you saw a very interesting Gateway to Chaos gets one spell counter because Ancient Fairy Dragon went to the graveyard. We actually want all the time, every time we play this combo, and the Nibiru combos you will see next after this one, to get 3 spell counters on Gateway to Chaos, because Gateway to Chaos will add us high ritual art. So Blue-Eyes hit the field, Maiden follows with her effect, and we activate Sage, targeting Maiden. Maiden activates to special summon Sage, and Sage sends Maiden to the graveyard to summon a Blue-Eyes Zed Dragon. With all this, we got 3 spell counters to Gateway to Chaos already. We can activate Gateway to Chaos here to get high ritual art from the deck to the hand. And here we can use the 2 dragons we have on the field, of course not Magia, like Jet and Blue-Eyes, to link summon into Romulus. Romulus will activate to give us Dragon Ravine, and Dragon Ravine can activate, discard a card, and send to the graveyard the White Stone of Ancients. which can activate to banish itself from the graveyard and give us Blue-Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard to the hand, which is important because high ritual art needs to tribute Blue-Eyes White Dragon from the hand to ritual summon Magician of Black Chaos Max, and then with Magician and Romulus we link summon Dynamondo. Dynamondo is very important because with its effect it will special summon a Magician on the next turn, on our opponent's turn, and Magician's effect will lock them out of using monster effects for all turn. Any monster effect, doesn't matter where it activates. So on our opponent's turn we activate True Light, we can special summon Blue-Eyes, Maiden can special summon itself, herself, and here we activate Dynamondo to special summon the Magician. The Magician of Black Chaos Max will tribute the Sage, for example, and we lock our opponent out of monster effects for all turn. And we have Magi, of course, for spells and traps. Our opponent will maybe summon a monster. On the next turn we can synchro summon into Spirit. True Light can summon Blue-Eyes and Maiden can follow. Then Spirit and the Tuner, the Maiden, can get into Bestial Discarder, which can special summon the egg from the banishment. Then we can go into another Spirit, and we can go for battle phase. We will attack with Magician because we want to use its battle effect. And it destroys a monster when it attacks. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it doesn't matter if it actually attacks. It can recycle a spell card from our graveyard to our hand, and of course this will trigger Zed Dragon because the card got destroyed on the field. So here we will get high ritual art to our hand, and we will get to summon Zed Dragon with Zed Dragon's effect. And this is just to see what this deck can do. The egg can then banish itself from the graveyard again to give us Blue-Eyes to the hand again, and high ritual art can actually summon a Black Luster Soldier legendary swordsman, even though we started first and we went into Magician to lock our opponent. We will see when we will go second, we're going to summon Black Luster Soldier legendary swordsman immediately on the first turn to use its battle effect. Now we're going to look at the same combo, but this time our opponent has Nibiru. So some of you may already know what is going to happen here because you saw the previous combo. It doesn't matter, we're going to look at it right now. So again, we're going to summon Sage, add Maiden. Maiden will activate her effect to set True Light. True Light will activate to set Whizzes. Whizzes will activate discarding a card and give us Master and Ultimate Fusion. We're going to link summon using Sage into Spirit with Eyes of Blue, which will use its effect to add Mausoleum. Mausoleum will activate and target Spirit to send the Blue-Eyes to the graveyard. Spirit will activate to special summon this Blue-Eyes, and Whizzes will activate from the graveyard targeting the Blue-Eyes and equipping it with Blue-Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We're going to normal summon Master, the same as before. It's exactly the same as before up to here. Master will activate its effect to give us Sage from the graveyard to our hand. We're going to use Master and Blue Eyes White Dragon to Synchro Summon into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And at this point, Spirit will tribute itself with its effect to special summon Ancient Fairy Dragon. But this time our opponent has Nibiru, and they are going to use it before we use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect. So what happens now is they will give us a very nice token, which we will link off into Link Spider, and we are going to activate Master's effect in the graveyard, targeting the Link Spider to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard, and Maiden will follow to special summon herself from the graveyard with her effect. Here we activate Sage, targeting Maiden. Maiden activates to special summon Sage from the graveyard, and we summon Jet Dragon with Sage's effect. Here we use Sage and Jet Dragon to synchro summon into another spirit, which will tribute itself to special summon another Ancient Fairy Dragon. Yes, this is exactly why we run 2 Ancient Fairy Dragons. We run 2 for this exact situation right here, when our opponent activates Nibiru while we have Ancient Fairy Dragon on the field, but before we activate its effect. So now we're actually going to activate Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect, destroy Mausoleum, and add Gateway to Chaos. But this time, Jet Dragon is actually in the graveyard and it has not used its effect. Which means, because the card got destroyed, it is going to special summon itself. Here we activate Gateway to Chaos, of course, and get Blackluster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman. And Mausoleum can add Burst Stream of Distraction. We can actually activate Burst Stream of Distraction here because we control Blue Eyes White Dragon and our opponent has a monster for us to destroy, the Nibiru, the Primal Being. And we have 0 tokens, we have 0 counters to Gateway to Chaos. And actually, it doesn't matter if the monster going to the graveyard is from our field. Here, Nibiru is the opponent's monster, we destroyed it with Burst Stream, and Gateway to Chaos just got a counter. And we're going to link, yes, we're actually going to link off Ancient Fairy Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon to summon Romulus. So we're actually at the point of the previous combo. We just have Jet Dragon instead of Sage sitting here. And we have 3 spell counters, because first Nibiru went to the graveyard, and then Ancient Fairy Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon went to the graveyard to summon Romulus. So 3 monsters went to the graveyard, so we have 3 spell counters. Romulus will add Dragon Ravine, and Gateway to Chaos will add High Ritual Art. At this point we can activate Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine can discard the soldier, because it also can be in the graveyard for Magia, it doesn't matter. And Dragon Ravine will send the White Stone of Ancients into the graveyard. We are actually activating Ultimate Fusion here, but we are going to recycle the 2 Spirit Dragons we used on the combo. So we're actually using the 3 Blue Eyes monsters part of the condition to summon Magia. One of them must be Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon when we use Ultimate Fusion. And we summon Magia. At this point, the combo is almost done. We just add the Blue Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard to our hand with the White Stone of Ancients. and activate High Ritual Art to special summon, to ritual summon Magician of Black Chaos Max from our deck. And of course, in the next step, we're going to make Dynamondo using Romulus and Magician. So the combo looks exactly the same, the end result looks the same, but it's a tiny bit better because we have Zed on the field for extra protection instead of one Sage with Eyes of Blue sitting here. On the next turn, we can summon Blue Eyes with True Light and Maiden, activate Dynamondo to special summon Magician. Magician can tribute the Blue Eyes and lock our opponent out of monster effects. As you can see here, affected by Magician of Black Chaos Max cannot activate monster effects. And we also have Magia to handle spell and traps. On the next turn, we can Synchro Summon with Zed and Maiden, one Spirit Dragon, then True Light can bring back Blue Eyes and Maiden can come back. We can go again into Bestial Dispatter. Dispatter summons again the egg from the Banish Zone, and another Spirit with Synchro Summon, and on battle phase it's the same as before. We activate the effect of Magician of Black Chaos Max to add a spell, to recycle a spell from our graveyard, and Zed Dragon summons itself again. So we have infinite recursion again with Bestial Dispatter, Blue Eyes Zed Dragon coming back, and True Light summoning again and again. And of course we recycle spells every turn with Magician of Black Chaos Max. Okay, let's go into combo number 3. In this combo, we're actually going to need another discard. So 2 discards for this combo is basically the same thing. We are getting Nibiru, but this time it will be a little different because we're getting Nibiru after we use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect. We summon Sage, get Maiden, Maiden activates to set True Light, True Light activates to set Wishes, Wishes activates to discard a card, and it will add Master and Ultimate Fusion. We link summon Spirit with Eyes of Blue, which will give us Mausoleum to the hand. Mausoleum will activate, and it will mill a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Spirit will special summon this Blue Eyes White Dragon, and we're going to activate Wishes, targeting the Blue Eyes to equip it with Blue Eyes Ultimate. Master will normal summon and give a Sage to the hand from the graveyard. We Synchro Summon into Spirit. Spirit tributes itself, special summons Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon uses its effect, destroying Mausoleum to give us Gateway to Chaos. We activate Gateway to Chaos, which will give us the Soldier. And here is the point of no return. Here we activate Ultimate Fusion, and our opponent has no option to Nibiru right now, because after that we're just going to negate it. So they activate Nibiru, tributing Ancient Fairy Dragon. This gives us a counter to Gateway to Chaos. And here we use Blue Eyes Ultimate and the Soldier from our hand to Fusion Summon Magia. We can activate Mausoleum to add Burst Stream of Destruction. Here we link summon Link Spider with our token, activate Master, targeting the token, targeting Link Spider, which is going to go to the graveyard and give us another spell counter. Blue Eyes White Dragon special summons itself through Master's effect, and Maiden follows. At this point, we can activate Sades in the hand, and immediately we have 3 spell counters. Maiden activates her effect because it's getting targeted by Sades, and she summons Sades, and then Blue Eyes Dragon hits the field because of Sades effect. We have 4 spell counters into Gateway to Chaos, and we activate Gateway to Chaos to get High Ritual Art. And we're going to use Sades and Blue Eyes Z Dragon to summon a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. At this point, it is very interesting what we're actually doing here. We are activating Burst Stream of Distraction, but we are not doing it to get spell counters. We are doing it to summon Jet. We destroy Nibiru, and Jet Dragon summons itself, and we use the 2 dragons, Blue Eyes and Jet, to summon Romulus. Romulus activates, giving us Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine activates and discards a card to send Ancients to the graveyard, and Ancients will give us Blue Eyes to the hand to use with Ritual, High Ritual Art, to Ritual Summon Magician of Black Chaos Max, and Romulus and Magician give us Dynamondo. So as you can see, this is basically the end of the combo right here, but instead of having a Sage sitting here or Blue Eyes Z Dragon, we actually have a whole Spirit Dragon here, and that's because the Nibiru does too late, and they got what they deserve. True Light will activate its effect on the next turn to special summon the Blue Eyes, and Maiden will follow. Spirit here can special summon Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon for another Omni Negate. Dynamondo will special summon the Magician from the graveyard, and Magician will activate its effect, tributing the Blue Eyes to actually lock our opponent out of monster effects. On the next turn, at the end phase, Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon will get destroyed because of Spirit Dragon's effect, and it will trigger itself and also Z Dragon. So we're going to summon 1 Spirit and 1 Z Dragon from the graveyard at the end of turn 2. And here we can use the Spirit on the field and Maiden to go into this pattern. Then we can activate True Light, summon Blue Eyes and Maiden, which we can use Maiden and Spirit to synchro summon another. We are going to use Maiden and Z to synchro summon another Spirit. And from here we're going to battle phase. Magician attacks, triggers its effect and Z. So Magician can just recycle Ultimate Fusion here, because we are actually running Tyrant, so we can just pop a card using Blue Eyes on the field and summon Tyrant if we want to. And because the card got destroyed, Z summons itself, and here is our board of monsters. We have again our Infinite Recursion with this pattern, Z, True Light, and Magician recycling spell cards all the time when it destroys something. And the interesting thing is, we're not even using like tuners we possibly draw. We're just doing this with the things we got from the first turn. We didn't use anything extra. Here we're going to see the Maiden combo, which is very funny to me because it's exactly the same we're just going to look at the first two steps for those of you who might not know how to do them. So Maiden activates, sets True Light activates, setting Wishes. Wishes will discard the card and add Shades and Ultimate Fusion. And on the next step, Shades will normal summon itself and add Master. So from here on, it's exactly the same as before. It's exactly the same as Shades' combos. So yes, that's it from Maiden. Now let's see what happens if you open no Shades, no Maiden, and no spell card that actually can add them to the hand, but you open Wishes. Yes, I know Wishes can add Maiden or Shades to the hand, but it's not the same. It's just not the same because you end up having one more dragon, but one less tuner, and this creates a problem because we don't get to see Master this way or Maiden, and I choose to see Maiden to have True Light. So in this case, we only have one one Wishes, new name here. Activate Wishes, discard, add Shades, Ultimate Fusion. I need to tell you, this combo is not Nibiru-Proof. There's no way for me to make this Nibiru-Proof and have the same result. But you could possibly switch it up to do something else here and play through Nibiru, but you wouldn't get Magician, Lock, and Magia and True Light at the same time, while also going through the same steps like Romulus and the Ancient Fairy Dragon and stuff. So at this point, Shades will normal summon itself and add Maiden. Maiden will activate and give us True Light. We'll link summon Spirit with Eyes of Blue, which will add Mausoleum. Mausoleum activates, and we'll send the Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard. Here Spirit summons the dragon. At this point it is very important that we are not going to use Wishes effect from the graveyard like before, and we are going to summon Maiden from the graveyard because we have no other tuner. This is one of the problems of Wishes. So we're going to use Maiden and Blue Eyes to synchro summon Spirit. We have the same goal here, going to Ancient Fairy Dragon. There we go, activate its effect, and add Gateway to Chaos. Mausoleum can give us Burst Stream of Distraction. Gateway to Chaos will activate, giving us the Soldier. Here we can use True Light to special summon the Blue Eyes from the graveyard. And now we can use Wishes effect, targeting the Blue Eyes to equip it with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Here we do this at this point because Gateway to Chaos needs 3 counters, and Ancient Fairy Dragon will be 1 counter, Blue Eyes White Dragon will be the second, and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon will actually give us the 3rd counter when we link them off. As we can see, now we have 3 counters, and we summon Romulus, and Romulus gives us Dragon Ravine. At this point we must activate Gateway to Chaos before activating Dragon Ravine, of course, to get the High Ritual Art. Then we can activate Dragon Ravine, which can discard the Soldier at this point because it works from the graveyard to send the Ancients to the graveyard with Dragon Ravine, and we can activate Ultimate Fusion using the Soldier and Blue Eyes Ultimate to summon Magia. Use Ancients to give us Blue Eyes White Dragon to the hand, and High Ritual Art will activate to special summon, Ritual Summon, Magician of Black Chaos Max, and Magician and Romulus will give us Dynamondo. And this is the same setup we have with the normal combo. We're just missing one monster here. Like in the normal combo, there's a Sage with Eyes of Blue sitting here. And the Nibiru first combo, we have the Jet Dragon here, and in the Nibiru second combo, we have the Spirit sitting here. But the main combo line is the same. We get Dynamondo to block the opponent out of monster effects. With Magician, we get Magia, and we get True Light. Here we're going to use True Light in the second turn, summon Blue Eyes, get Maiden, activate Dynamondo, to special summon Magician. Magician will tribute the Blue Eyes to lock our opponent out of monster effects, like all the time. This is our main goal, to have this and Magia, but also have like infinite recursion. Our opponent will do some things here, maybe possibly summon a monster or something. On the next turn, we can activate Dragon Ravine, discarding a card, to actually send Jet to the graveyard. So even in this combo, we have no problem getting access to Jet Dragon because of Dragon Ravine. True Light will activate to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. We can synchro into Spirit, and then we go to battle phase. Again, Magician, when it kills something, it triggers itself to special summon. To return a spell from the graveyard to the hand, and also Jet special summons itself, and then we just attack for game. That's it. So this is going to be our deck list for going first. We're going to run one Blue Eyes White Dragon, one is enough. There's no real reason to run a second one, because through the combo you only get access to one of them anyway. 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue, the best normal summon of the deck. I think it's actually the only normal summon of the deck. Maiden of White, 3 copies of her. She's actually Sage in a woman form, and 3 Piri Reis Maps. I don't know how you call it. I call it Piri Reis Map. It's basically more copies of Sage. We're actually running 3 copies of Jack in the Hand. Jack in the Hand is a very interesting card because it can get you into either Sage or Maiden or any level 1 monster, but your opponent adds one monster from your deck to their hand. When we activate Jack in the Hand, we're going to reveal 1 Sage, 1 Maiden, and 1 the White Stone of Ancients every time, without fail. This is what you do when you activate Jack in the Hand. One for one, no pun intended. It's basically another copy of Maiden, because discarding 1 monster, it special summons Maiden. Then Maiden can go to graveyard to give us True Light and start the combo this way. 1 master with Eyes of Blue. Without master, you don't get the same results. It's simple as that. Master is basically going to make our combos Nibiru-Proof, and we're not going to rely on drawing other cards for our main combo to be Nibiru-Proof anymore. We're running 2 the White Stone of Ancients because we actually use 1 of them, but we want to have a second one for Jack in the Hand, because we will reveal Sage, Maiden, and the egg. And if our opponent decides to take the egg, we want to have another one in our deck. 1 Wishes for Eyes of Blue. Wishes, it's a very, very, very good card, but it's not the same starter as Sage or Maiden. It is still a starter for the deck. as you saw in the combos, it is not going to be able to make the combo Nibiru-Proof, but it can have the same result. We're running one of these. Ultimate Fusion, 1 copy. To summon Magia. True Light, 1 copy. Necessary. Burst Stream of Distraction, 1 copy. We actually run this card for many reasons. One of them, very important, is that we need a second spell or trap that has Blue Eyes White Dragon in its text, because if we actually draw Ultimate Fusion, then we need another card to have in the deck to add with wishes, or we cannot activate wishes. So it totally destroys the combo just because you drew Ultimate Fusion. So you could have here a roar of the blue-eyed dragons. I think that's what it's called. But Burst Stream of Distraction is actually a card we're going to be using in the combos, if you already saw, to destroy Nibirus from the field and get spell counters on Gateway to Chaos and summon Blue-Eyes Z-Dragon, and you can also add the Burst Stream Distraction with Mausoleum effect to not discard important cards from your hand, like, I don't know, Crossout Designators and stuff. And of course, it's just the coolest card of Blue Eyes White Dragon, if you ask me. It's completely iconic. It is a searchable Raigeki. You get it through your combo. Well, that's enough said about this. You get 1 Mausoleum of White, necessary. 1 Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine is important because we needed to send Ancients to the graveyard. All this happens to get 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon to the hand to tribute with high ritual art. Gateway to Chaos serves 2 purposes. One of them is giving us the Soldier to our hand, Blackluster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman, to actually fusion summon Magia without needing to wait for the next turn to use Magician. So Gateway to Chaos gives us Soldier immediately to just spam Ultimate Fusion on the first turn and make our combos Nibiru-Proof. And also Gateway to Chaos will give us High Ritual Art to the hand, so it serves 2 very important purposes for this combo. High Ritual Art is important to ritual summon Magician from the deck, and it can also ritual summon Blackluster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman when going second, because going first and second, this deck can look very different. Let me explain that when we go first, we want Magician to lock our opponent out of monster effects, but when we go second, we have no reason to do that. They have already established a board, possibly, with just going for game, so we immediately summon the Soldier. 1 Z-Dragon, Blue Eyes Z-Dragon, very important for the deck, is what we summon with Sage's hand effect. And Z-Dragon is also very important for protection and infinite recursion, as it summons itself from the graveyard again and again every turn when a card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect. Instant Fusion, we actually run it just to summon Millennium Miser Strict, to defend ourselves against hand traps, basically from here, from Instant Fusion till the end. The deck list is just depending on if you go first or second. So here we're just running cold buys, instant fusions, 3 crossouts, cards to defend against hand traps. The Instant and Ascended basically helps you against targeting effects, negates targeting effects of your opponent. So let's say Effect Veiler and Infinite Impermanence. You know, the Blue Eye Structure deck came out. and it has infinite impermanence, it has Effect Veiler, it has Ash Blossom and Nibiru. If I'm not mistaken, these are the 4 hand traps it has, so people buying 3 of them will actually be spamming 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Effect Veilers, 3 Impermanence, and 3 Nibiru. For Nibiru, we don't care because we made this deck Nibiru-Proof through the combo, but for these 3, we need to find a solution. So, Ancient and Ascended will help us with Veiler and Impermanence. It will not stop Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom will be the most difficult card to defend against. We need to either have Instant Fusion, Cold Buy, or a Crossout, or we need to get like Prosperity and dig 6 cards deep to get one of these defensive cards to defend against some Ash Blossom. Or we need to like draw a lot of starters, like 1 Sage and 1 Piri Reis Map, so we bait the Wishes with, we bait the Ash Blossom with Piri Reis Map or something, and then we go into combo with Sage. So we run the 3 hand traps, Ash, Veiler, and Imperm, just to be able to negate them with Crossout, and Prosperity can also search for a starter. It doesn't just need to be here to find a Cold Buy or something. So this is why I consider this deck to have another starter with Prosperity, kind of. So it's 3 Sage, 3 Maiden, 3 maps, that's 9 starters, 3 Jack in the Hands, that's 12 starters. 1 for 1 is basically another Maiden, so it's 13 starters. Let's say Wishes. Wishes also is a starter, it's just not Nibiru-Proof, so 14 with Wishes, and if you also count Prosperity, which can find the starter, that's 15 starters in the 40 card deck. And we have 12 cards that, if you remove Prosperity, of course, these 12 cards can be going second cards, like board breakers or full hand traps, whatever you want to go second. We're going to talk about going second in a minute. Let's see the extra deck. 1 Magia, like necessary. This is a Magia deck. 1 Blue-Eyes Ultimate Dragon for Magia. 1 Tyrant. It's not necessary, but it's so nice to have it. And going second, it's the best to have it. Like, if you go second or you don't have Tyrant, like, you're just making your chances less, your chances of victory. Millennium Eyes Restrict is here for instant fusion to defense against hand traps. Blue-Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon, necessary, you just summon it with Spirit, or you summon it when Dragon Magia leaves the field. This is the best, like, floating effect. This Magia can get tributed, or like a Kaiju or something, and it just summons a Spirit Ultimate Dragon out of nowhere. With this effect right here, if this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you can special summon 1 Blue-Eyes monster or 1 Chaos or Blackluster Soldier resolve monster from your extra deck or graveyard. And sometimes you will actually be able to use this effect with Chaos or Blackluster Soldier rituals from the graveyard, because we're going to be summoning them like properly. 1 Dispatcher is another infinite recursion card. It's so easy to make it on turn 2 with a Spirit and a Tuner, and then it summons the egg from the banishment, and you go into another Spirit, and you're just making your board bigger and bigger and with more interruptions. 3 Spirit Dragons we run. You never want you never want to be in a situation where you can summon it, not have it. Like, run 3 of them. It's so simple. You can use Ultimate Fusion to put them back into the extra deck, but sometimes you will not be able to do that for reasons. And we're running 2 Ancient Fairy Dragons. The reason we run 2 is, as you saw in the combo with Nibiru, one of the combos with Nibiru, if we summon Ancient Fairy Dragon and our opponent uses Nibiru before we use Fairy Dragon's effect, then we need to summon it again. This is why we run 2. Dynamondo is here for the Magician lock, Magician of Black Chaos Max lock, it's necessary. Romulus gives us Dragon Ravine, because with Ancient Fairy Dragon we're actually getting Gateway to Chaos. Yes, we're going through 3 spells, through 3 field spells with this deck and this combo. Mausoleum, Gateway to Chaos and Dragon Ravine. After Romulus we have Link Spider, necessary again for Nibiru-proofing the deck. I know someone wouldn't like maybe to run cards in the extra deck just to make the deck Nibiru-proof, but it's so simple. Like, there's nothing else we really need to add to the extra deck to make this deck work, so it's just one card makes it Nibiru-proof, just do it. And Spirit with Eyes of Blue, we have 1 copy. It's necessary to start the combo. You just cannot do it without it. Now, let's take a look at the going second version of the deck. So here what I have done is basically I removed all the defensive cards for going first. I removed the 1-for-1 and I removed the Prosperity because they are really not necessary. When you go second, you actually draw 6 cards, so there's more chances for you to draw your starters, and this way you get 14 free slots to add board breakers or hand traps or whatever you want to go second. That's more than enough slots in the deck. And I have removed Magician of Black Chaos Max because if you know you go second, you're not going to be using its effect. You're going to be summoning Blackluster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman on turn 1. So you will side out the Magician. Other than those things, the deck is the same starters, the same one-offs necessary for the combo. On the extra deck, the only change I made was to add Dragon of the Swamp as an example for Super Poly target. We have Chaos Angel and Lightstorm Dragon as board breaking extra deck monsters. Again, the 3 copies of Spirit, Ancient Fairy Dragon. We need 1 copy here because we're not really worrying for Nibiru anymore. You can add your Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, Romulus, necessary still from the combo. You can have Relinquished Anima, another board breaking card, and Spirit will be necessary again. So basically we removed Dynamondo, we removed the second Ancient Fairy Dragon, we removed the Millennium Ice Restrict because we're not worrying about hand traps anymore. We created some spaces for going second extra deck cards and going second main deck cards. And here I just have a selection of going second cards like Dark Ruler, Forbidden Droplet, Evenly Matched, Super Poly, Lightning Storm, Triple Tactics Talent, Triple Tactics Thrust, Kaijus. I have here the Sea Turtle Kaiju, for example, Waltz Armies for hand traps, Ass Blossoms, Trolls, Effect Vaders, and Imperms, and you can add your whatever you prefer to go second. If I were you, I would run board breaking cards like dark rulers and forbidden droplets and super polys, like cards your opponent cannot actually stop easily, and just go to town with Lackluster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman, Burst Stream of Distraction, Searchable Raigeki, and Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon destroying everything, and all the other board breaking options you have available without going through the combo. Like you could summon Chaos Angel, Lightstorm to pop spells or traps, and in worst case you have your Underworld Goddess to tribute some towers or something. So yes, you can actually commit to going second with this deck. It will be very funny. Like most people want to go first, so even if you lose the die roll or something, or rock paper scissors or whatever you do to start, it doesn't matter because people want to go first, so you are going second anyway, and you can be prepared having your dark rulers, your droplets, and your super polys ready to just remove everything from the face of the earth and just go to town. I think maybe you can even prefer this version of the deck, like just going second and having fun, board breaking and stuff. Feel free to do that. I may even do that myself. But I also gave you the going first version of the deck because it was the original inspiration, and it is also so very funny to go first and see your opponent like helplessly wait for you to lock them and just lose the game by a bunch of dragons.